Alright, I'm gonna make a guide on the hunter targets that are displayed through the missions. Things you will need. I will say there is some spoilers, so let's skip past this and go straight to certain missions. Feel free, I'll leave timestamps in the description so that way it's easy to find the one you're looking for. Aside from that, here we go. So things you will need. Alea Lactas, which is your ALLMIND ending. Technically not required because Alea Lactas doesn't actually have a target. It's just Mia does, which is the mission beforehand. Stargazer would also help, but again, if you have Alea Lactas, you probably already have Stargazer as well. So you just need to hit all 3 endings. And see, I also have the combat logs here. But yeah, you have to hit all 3 endings, and then you have to make sure you take all possible paths. The one that's the big one that I had to redo was I took, for whatever reason, my dumbass took the Vesper's kill mission right before the split for the decision making on your ending for the first 2. Both times instead of taking G1, the G1 kill mission. The second time I played it, so I had to play through a 4th time to pick up the platinum when you get from G1. So that's something you probably should look out for. You have the platinum one from G1, the platinum, I believe I think all of them are platinum. The platinum from G1, the platinum one from both the Vespers, and the platinum one from V.VII. If you take the ALLMIND ending. But all 3 of those need to happen, as well as all 3 of the endings prequel missions, which would be Mia, and then it'd be kill Clara and kill who was the other one? Corporate forces. All 3 of those all have targets in them. And another thing I will say right here is I'll be showing off the locations for enemies. I will not be showing the enemies that are. I will state it, but I will not show it. For the enemies that are just the main targets of the mission, because there are some that are just the main targets, and you should not need to run back the mission afterwards to catch any of the extra enemies. And there are also a few that have a lot of enemies. So here we go. So here's the build I'll be running for all of the missions. Nothing too interesting here. You could, if you want to steal this build, I would recommend doing. My personal preference was the pulse blade that you start with, but laser slicer's good. You can do the laser blade. Both are cool. Dagger is fine. Not my favorite. I have not tried the pow bunker. And anything else? Meh. Obviously, this you will not have. This is your last unlock for Hunter rank 15, which is the final rank for putting every single one. So you will not have this, but yeah, Moonlight Blade, the red shifted Moonlight Blade, which comes, I believe, it's either ALLMIND story or it's the later Hunter ranks. Same thing with the red shifted version of the Coral Rifle here. There's some Plasma Rifle, Coral Rifle. So that's what those are. But yeah, so here's the build. Essentially, it's gonna be Pulse Blade. I'll be showing off instead of Coral Blade, but Pulse Blade's really good. I just want to use the complete story all 3 times. Only time I swapped off of this build was to do a couple of the harder bosses, the first and second playthrough. By the time it was the 3rd playthrough, I had enough experience that I didn't really need to cheese it with the hard, or with the OP build. Yeah. Zimmerman, which Zimmerman can be swapped. Zimmerman can be swapped out for your Huldman early on. Higher fire rate, less damage, less range, less impact. So you do want to take the Zimmerman in the end, but if you need to use a Huldman, I absolutely use a Huldman for, I think, again, a majority of my playthrough. I only picked up the Zimmerman here when I was cleaning up started doing like this in the S rank missions and doing the hunts. So not too required, honestly. Double songbirds, everyone knows are broken. It's just a good setup for your bonus damage combos, and then Night Rider head. Personal preference doesn't matter, honestly. Something I would consider or suggest you to look at is the scan effect, duration, and distance. These might be nice if you're looking for either one or two things. The enemies through walls, which is really nice for these kind of hidden enemies where you're trying to find them out. You think you're in the area, but you can't exactly find them. A nice duration scan is good. Because you have this instead, which is only 5 seconds. But that's up to you. Khazra is also good, less defense, more distance scanned, but you don't have the duration. I'm sure there's also a nice middle ground like this here. You got like 530 range and 14-second duration, so pick. Head's not terribly important. Core, I did start off with the Knight Rider core, but you have such an absolute energy choke out from the core, so I don't think this is really usable on a majority of middle energy weapon use builds. If you're not really that energy requirement, you can probably go with it if you're just going like full SMGs or really light, you know, that kind of a build. Missiles, you can probably get away with using Knight Rider, but you lose so much energy supply on this, it's not really worth it. I would definitely recommend Firms instead. You get a little bit more defense on the Knight Rider, but not significant. And the defense is only in health. You get better defense overall from the defense stats, as you can see on the right here. So it's pretty equal trade, just to get more energy. And I think it's a little bit lighter too. Double check on that one. Yeah, it's about 100 pounds or 1,000 pounds lighter, which isn't massive. Knight Rider arms doesn't matter. Weapon handling is high on these, but because of both the melee and firearm synchronization, you can probably do something else in the middle or ground. Up to you. That's kind of fine, honestly. It isn't. They're not supremely important. Just make sure you have high firearm and melee specialization and pretty light. So, yeah. And legs, I'm using the Mind Beta. I use the Kazuras through the most of the campaign. As you can see, the energy loads high, or the loads higher. I swapped in generators and whatnot, so that's why the loads overweight. But they are absolutely fine. I used them for my first 2 playthroughs. Works completely fine. Boosters for melee builds, just use Cacao, or how do you want to pronounce that? Kikuku? Fuck it, whatever. Good melee thrust and low consumption. So a good quick boost and everything else still. Yeah. FCS, obviously close range dominant build here. So of course you want as much close range as possible. So you're gonna want the Abbott. Personal preference, you can probably go here if you want to do it with Talbo to drop a little bit of long or close range for mid range, but I'd stick with Abbott. Lastly, generator of your choice. The fits, I think I was using this one previously, which weighs 5,000 pounds less, which is why the leg's working just fine, and that's just fine. But I went up here. And if you want to, you can also do some of the coral generators if you like the red energy trails from your boosters instead. It is completely up to you as long as the build functions. And then I'm using criminal armor because it's good anti-burst. Some of your hunter enemies are going to be a little bit bursty. That is all I have to say for the build. We're going to go ahead and scroll here. So I'll go with missions first so you can see which ones do have 100 targets. If you do not want to do certain missions, instead just skip ones that don't have 100 targets, go ahead. But I don't believe there is any. You're free to look if you want to. I don't know. But yeah. So we have transport helicopters, Tester AC. Tester AC is the main target. Helicopters is going to be near the targets. These ones you probably already have. Dam Complex 1, you probably won't have, and if you have the All-First mission later on as well. Which you need both of these. You need both of these. They are there's separate enemies. I will show you that whenever I do that. But yeah. So these are separate. You do need to do them separately. And then Wallclimber. This one's pretty easy. You probably don't have it though. It's a little bit out of the way. Combat logs you may have ran into, but non-main target, I will show it. Prisoner rescue, bit out of the way. Watch point, you absolutely cannot not have this, because it is a mandatory target, as in it is the first AC you fight. I can't remember his name for whatever reason, but you know about. But this doesn't change anything. This is just you get the extra stuff for the ALLMIND playthrough. Infiltrate Grid 86 is going to be a fun one. There is, I believe, 4 groupings of enemies you have to take out. I will show them all, of course. Alright, secret data breach. I believe you have just one. And it is not main target, and it is a bit of a pain in the ass to find. You probably do not have it. Ocean crossing, a little bit out of the way. Probably don't have these. Survey data. These ones are going to be a little bit out of the way as well. So I will show that one. Refueling base. This one's another one that's a bit out of the way. I will show it. V.II. This one, you have one target that's going to be out of the way, and the other targets, because this is technically 3, you have the side target, and then you have Swinburne or the alternate, he's the Liberation Front AC that comes if you let Swinburne live. So, I will show where the secret target, or the one that's out of the way is at. And then I'll leave it there, because Swinburne and the main target, again, are just the main enemies you have to kill for the mission. But I will note that you do need to do both. You need to kill Swinburne, and let Swinburne live. 2 separate playthroughs, obviously. But you need you need to play at least 3 playthroughs, so you're going to do it regardless. Sabotage. A little bit out of the way. Not a big deal. Just one target. One enemy here in the standard one, and then you have an additional one for the ALLMIND alternate version of this. Though I believe you can pick up this enemy also in this one, because it's just a normal enemy you'll run across. And this version, you probably already have the one enemy here, or you've run across it proactively. This one is, again, the main target. I will show both regardless, though. Yeah, enforcement squads. This one's going to be a bit out of the way. I know most people probably won't have found this one because it took me a while to find it myself. So I checked the website for all the links, and then they didn't have anything on this, so I had to do it myself. And then we have attack Old Spaceport. A little bit out of the way. You get 2 targets. Or technically 3. 1 single and a grouping of 2. On its boots, a bit of a pain in the ass. A lot of them. There is 4 individual groups, I believe, 4 or 5. 4, I believe it's 4. I'll double check before I go through it and I'll make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 4. One of which being the main boss, so I will not do that because missions. Also, another one of them is actually also a required target to kill despite the fact it's not a boss. So, that one I will also not show because redundant, you're gonna have it regardless. And then we have Defend Old Spaceport. It's just Raven. It's the main target. You don't need me to show you that. That should be complete. Defend Dam Complex. It's the 3 Raven, or I guess technically 2, because you're getting Raven here. So it's gonna be your 2 new ACs, and Raven won't give you another one. I don't believe. But if you do, whatever it does, I can't remember. It's been a while. I did the mission. Either way, you'll have it regardless, because you have to kill him to finish the mission. And then skipping, we got Underground Exploration Depth 2, which I will actually show an additional thing because it is nearby to the said enemy. It is going to be the Gill's boosters because they are recommended to pick up. And then there's also the alt version of it, which I don't believe it just changes the target enemy. Both of which are going to be, it's going to be Iguaza and this is going to be Cold Call. Essentially, Iguaza hires Cold Call to kill you instead. But yeah, so same thing. I believe both Cold Call and Iguaza are targeted. So those ones I will not show. I will show the other ones though. 3. These ones are a bit of pain in the ass out of the way. These are not main targets, and you will probably not have found them. Ironically enough, they are quite a bit out of the way. So. Also, I'll show with this one. I'll show another box location for a part because it actually is right by one of the spawns. But as I said, here's your 3 that you have to choose one each time. You got your red guns, which you have to do on the first and second playthrough. Vespers, which you have to do on the other one of the first and second playthrough. And then V3, which you always do on your ALLMIND playthrough. Which will always be your third playthrough, if you're doing the minimum. And then it's main target, 2 main targets, main target. So, those ones I don't need to show. They're just the main targets. Unknown territory survey. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is just gonna be your main targets yet again. Rusty, and then Rusty plus Maxwell. Or say Flatwell. Flatwell Middle, that's what his name is. I don't know why Maxwell's coming to mind. And then Reach the Coral Convergence, I will absolutely show. These ones are a bit of a pain to find. A bit out of the way. I do not believe the main target is one, but I do believe the alt version, the 2 main targets are. So, I will, again, not show the main targets on this one. I will just show the ones that you probably won't catch. Because, obviously, no point in me showing you the ones you're already going to have regardless. And then, as I said, you don't need to actually technically finish any of these storylines, but you will have to anyways, because you have to complete the storyline to get the other ones. Corporate forces, it is going to be 1 additional target plus the main targets. A main target. My bad. I forgot this one only has 1. This one's going to have 3, which I believe is Carla, Chatty, and it is also going to be V2, which I think we run across as well. Snail. V2 Snail. Which you will run across. And then you will have, lastly, Mia. As I said, you technically do not need to finish Mia, or this storyline here, to get the last hunter mark. Because you get the last one and Mia. You don't need to do vegan and core release to get your hunter finished. You can do all these ahead of time, and then when you do Mia, you can just call it quits there. As in, you can just finish stories without having to worry about anything. You have like 15 ranks to hunter. And that should be it. I will do them in order. I will link them in order. That way it should be easy for you to find it if you're looking for the mission.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
Nope, I didn't get damage. Yeah, whoops.
Confirmed. Transport chopper down. Keep it at 61.
Got on that bed. It's so fun. Did it? Oh, no, I don't. Good.
Take it out.
Hostile AC! Defend our supply!
Oh.
Our comrades on the Strider can't wait any longer!
This one's pretty easy.
Corporation.
As I said, it's gonna just be pretty close to your main target. There's a good chance you've already caught this one. But, Circuits are being so rude. Oop. I think I missed them still. Yeah. I did. Did miss that time. Alright. So, you want to ignore the targets for a second here. This Tetrapod will be your Oh, I have to target.
Ooh.
Oh. Damn.
It's a cut above the other MTs. Ignore it and focus on the mission.
Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to finish it. That sucks. This is overkill, pal. I could have just done the single slash. I just like the effect.
Got the Tetrapod.
So yeah, that's your only target. It's gonna be that Tetrapod. And then it's done. And off you kill these all off. What are they?
Looks like you got them all. That's it for this job,
Cool.
6-2.
System activating combat mode.
Balaam Group AC Squad Red Guns reporting for duty. Commence mission. Attack! Get in there, you maggots!
Great. An independent merc. Who's the wise guy who decided the red gun should be taking care of some freelancer?
Who gives a shit? We'll
So-
handle this mission ourselves.
We got to go ahead and deal with these enemies, obviously.
Why we're here. Well, us free red guns are gonna go climb the wall.
Because you need to clear this area before you can even access
Done.
the
Locals' little base is next.
Can't take yourself away from chatting with tag along. Why don't you start a sewing club together and stitch that damn mouth of yours shut?
Go.
2 targets destroyed. How about that? Guess you're not a total amateur.
So what you're gonna do here is go off to the right side. You see this Tetrapod over here.
It was just the warm-up. Look at
You
that.
have to do this in your standard version.
Generators to go.
Oh, I kind of agree.
Hope you're enjoying the field trip.
And I'm gonna dodge the 2 snipers. Nice. Oh, excuse me.
No luck with the sewing club, I see. That attitude won't get you far on Rubicon. Hope you play a little better than you sew.
There we go.
50%.
I'm gonna ignore the snipers. They don't matter. They're not targets. I don't give a shit. They're very rude. Oh, I'm out of energy. I love that little slash, little backhanded slash. This would be like overhead slash. Anyway, regardless. Regardless of the specifics of how the slash functionality works here.
Target remaining 61.
Next one will be this guy. You do not end up killing him,
Corporate vultures.
or you're not forced to kill him,
The Rubiconians
because you can just jump up and take out the target if you want to.
coffins.
So some people probably ignored it on the first playthrough because either, you know, just kind of not prepared for an AC quite yet. Because this is one of the first missions, so you probably aren't all that well equipped to go. Ooh, I fucked that up.
Independent mercenary. Why be a mere pawn? What honor is there in serving corporations that exist only to kill and damn you scavengers?
Alright, so that'll be your first set.
Father Almighty.
So that one you want to do on your first playthrough.
Confirmed. Enemy AC destroyed.
Or,
Guess you're not just
Oops.
tagging along anymore. Now hurry up and destroy that stick. Confirmed. All targets
there you
destroyed.
go. So that's your first playthrough.
Looks like my good for nothings were good for something.
If you can probably take them. Could you stop, my good sir? You're being rude. You can probably grab that on your first playthrough. Let Volta and Aguaza take a lot of the damage to try to slowly pick him down without having too much trouble, hopefully. And then you want to go ahead and take the second playthrough. Alright. This is me running it back again.
Guns reporting for duty.
This is your second playthrough. This will be what you do
Attack.
once you
Great. An independent merc. Who's the wise guy who decided the red gun should be taking care of some
Nick that?
freelancer?
Nailed it. Hell yeah. So you're going to instead be put forth with a request from Freelance or the Rubicon Convergence front.
Guns are gonna go climb the
We're
wall.
gonna ask you to swap sides
Just target practice.
And then Iguaza and Volta will be your last two targets. The reason I specifically said to do those two on the first playthrough, or you know, or you can do it on the second playthrough and then do this on the third playthrough. Doesn't make a difference. You just gotta decline the. You just have to decline the invitation here. But yeah, this will happen after. This will happen on your second plus playthrough. You'll see how it's blocked, even though I've done all that so far.
Raven, I represent the Rubicon Liberation Front.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead on your second time
Want you to take out
doing
the
this,
2 red guns.
and go ahead and accept his offer,
Balaam's
because both of these are going to be, I believe, the platinum.
Interesting.
The
Your call,
platinum
621.
ones, but I don't remember for certainty. To an accept,
Cooperation is appreciated.
and then now you see their targets.
621.
And again, if I wouldn't have already done this multiple times, then
Let's not waste their firepower.
you'll see on them the hunter mark, which will be, I mentioned this earlier, but you'll see there'll be little marks on the upper left of the little circles around them that shows what their keys were, so whatever the combat log is. Because they have different ranks depending on how hard the target is. Anywhere between platinum and nice. Yeah, anywhere between platinum and bronze.
How many ranks below you is Gov 13? You can count, right? Don't take too long figuring it out. It's a lot. You dumbass, Iguaza. You talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk.
AP at 50%.
Something else. Where did Michigan find this freak?
Ooh, what is that?
At 30%.
Kind of easy. Ooh, I didn't get it. I should go pop with this though. Nice. Okay. There we go.
Control of my machine. No choice but to withdraw.
And there you go. There's your second target. So we have our target for Wallclimber here.
Mission.
You want to go to the left side here.
Away for Archibus.
It's gonna be a little bit annoying because you're gonna have
Gatling
the
cannons protecting the city. And the
you're
Baus
gonna have
Tetrapod
your
M2
boy
further
shooting at
in.
you. Clearly.
There's heavy fire coming from up top. 621. Keep an eye out for cover.
You'll never climb the wall, Corporation dog!
Be able to dodge this way. Yeah, 1, 2.
Abide with Rubicon!
Alright, so you just hug this left side here, and then up here, you see this one specific MT right here. This is your target. He's really weak. Clearly. I think it might be both of them. Yeah. General point that, like, if you have any weird MTs with like blue eyes instead of the standard yellow, probably is a target. And I believe that is it.
Activating combat mode.
Commence mission.
If you want to do this standard wise,
Combat logs
what I would
recording
recommend doing
engagements
is
with V4
taking the path that I'm taking. You are not required to take this path. Obviously, you can just go directly to the boss, or boss, the AC. That is our target.
Log is interesting.
It's just the one AC.
I'll make a copy.
But
Nothing the corpse need worry about.
up to you. If you would like to just, yeah, if you're doing this again, if you're just doing it as your first playthrough, so you want to get all the credits you possibly can for all the research, or you just want the information directly for yourself. Up to you.
It makes 3 logs. Some more evidence on what the coral situation looks like.
I take this path here. It's gonna be too much resistance, and it should be pretty easy to just kind of quickly follow the little line of column across here.
Open fire! Kill the intruder!
Ooh, could have gone that direction. Not bad. That's all of them. There's another one. Alright.
Analyzing.
you're going to purposefully, I purposely skipped the actual wreck there and not the Wallclimber wreck when I'm doing it, but up to you. I like to just skip this one because it's fairly close, and I don't trust myself to not make the mistake of accidentally clicking on the one by Kiki, which is your target.
Stop! What is...
That's 5 logs.
Do note that, again, none of these enemies are actually mandatory to kill, it's just more convenient for you to not have to deal with them being annoying. But that's my personal preference. So yeah, we're skipping this log till later. You can do that one after you're done killing Kiki. Then you have 2 more logs down here. That should be the only enemy in this area aside from Kiki.
Nothing we can sell
Unless
here.
I have forgotten.
You!
And then Kiki will pop out here.
You're no comrade of ours, are you? Wait.
Huh?
You
Okay.
killed them all!
Operation Force.
Oh, rude. Fair
Just
point.
hold this up if you engage her. The mission comes before everything
So you
else.
can ignore his moaning about holding up the mission.
Just like the others, and I will not give in.
Oop.
I'm sorry, Arshil.
It seems like you gave him a brother. Which is, I guess, you do. Proper terminology here.
Enemy AC destroyed. Get back to
Hi,
work.
and then that's it. That's the end. If you want to take one of the 2 down there instead, so you don't have to go so far afterwards. Up to you.
This is the last one. Worthless. We've still got time, but we've checked out every promising.
Yeah, if you want to like skip that one or that
That's it
one
for this
there
job 621.
instead,
Return to base.
that'd be easier for you to grab. Go ahead. I just don't trust myself to not accidentally push X when I'm near one of them and accidentally cancel my mission progress towards killing Key.
Activating combat mode.
Alright. For this one, I'm going to recommend you
Operation Front's
do what I do here and try to get ahead of the chopper significantly.
We appreciate your support, Raven. We have to rescue our captured comrades. Failure is not.
That way you have the time to take care of this one target and go back to the rest of the mission without any real hindrance. Because you're probably going to need it.
They must be here for
Especially if you're
the
doing this for a
express.
second playthrough, because this is when you would access it, is if you have the second playthrough. Be the time you do this. So, technically I could have already got the target here, but I want to go ahead and take care of these 2, which are going to come over to the helicopter in a second. As you can see. So once those are dealt with, you'll have about, like 30-40 seconds free time. So,
Landing at Site A.
over here,
Commencing extraction of
and see where it
comrades.
is from here. Straight across.
621. Secure the area.
And there you go. I believe the
You came for me.
the main AC you'll fight in the end of this mission, G1 or G2, Nile,
Alive at least.
is also a target.
Now
So
rest.
you'll need to get him as well, but he's also a main target. So I will put it in and not show it.
Keep us covered.
Alright. I will talk over this whilst Air's piloting me in here. So this is going to be a fun one. We're going to have quite a bit of targets. Fortunately, one of them is a main target, so it shouldn't be terrible, but on the upside, the majority of them are close by. Okay, so, alright, there we go. So, the majority of them are going to be close to each other. So, should not be too bad. So, let's hit it.
Let's get to work, shall we?
So what you have to deal with here is going to skip past as in do the murder on these guys here.
I sent you the marker data. Let's head toward the
Do not these enemies normally have the slow lock missiles, and just the one in the middle does here. So you have to make sure you dodge it properly. Or at least I would recommend it if you're running my build. If you're running just a tanky build. Ooh, I left that one up a little bit. Oops. I did a little bit oopsie. Alright, let's go. You're gonna have Invincible Rummy, which is going to be your first target here.
Just waltz straight in here. Hope you're watching, Bob.
Yeah. He is not a hard target, obviously.
Hostile AC destroyed.
Probably kill him quicker if you had the other blade instead of the one I'm using.
Looks like you're having
It is
fun,
perfect.
Taurus. You
How
know,
much blades do you want to use with
RAD
this?
loves a good welcome party.
So, as you saw, after you come up here after Invincible Rummy, just come straight up above
Let's take a look
and
at the
come
Raven.
over here. Should be these two Tetrapods. You want to make sure you don't have this happen to you. Oh, like you know, killing yourself essentially, or you know, giving yourself like that. Helps if you know, dodge shit too. Turns out. Or just what? Oh, my brain broke there for a second. I thought the guy that was dying there was the other target. My brain is not working today. Woof. Alright. So that's one down. I probably should have wasted all my repair kits on that, but hey, fuck it. You get more for the boss anyways. It's all fine. Plus I'm not gonna fight the boss anyway, so. Easy way out. Kind of, but not really. Alright, and here's your second set of targets. This all is just, all I had to do is go essentially around the side here. Wherever the quad, tetrapods were at. You could also go over this wall here. Personal preference. Does not matter. And those are one-shot targets. So they're not relevant. That should be your set of 3. And I believe we just can. Oh, one more. There we go. Also, probably make sure you're not just using left and use right as well. Unlike me. Alright. So, up here, we got nothing. Oh no, it's two more, I forgot. Two more. Not one more.
Kept us waiting, Taurus. Told you we love a good party.
Alright, there we go.
You're no slouch, are you?
This is gonna be a little on the rough side, but we'll figure it out. Just don't die, forehead. Alright. This one personally took me a bit to find. I had to actually look up where the enemy was at. So I know a lot of people are not going to have this one by default. Alright, so after you clear this room out here before you go through the door, this one got me, is you actually have to go through here. Because what happened is I kept on scanning him through the walls here, as you'll see. You'll catch him. It actually is not him. He should be right here. Anyways, you'll catch him on the radar, but not be able to find him or the chests that are down there for the parts. So yeah, you just go through the non-gold pouring channel there, and then drop down. And it'd be on your right. Let's see good here. Oh.
Independent mercenary.
I don't know you a damn thing. You gotta put that shit
And then here's that chest I was mentioning.
every last credits.
Hostile AC destroyed. Let's move on.
As you can see, a lot of the ACs they give you early on are nice and easy, so you don't have to wait too much about anything too dangerous. So you go through the one that is not pouring gold. You see that, or molten metal probably, but yeah. So pouring metal, don't go down. Not pouring metal, go down that one. Which also opens you up to the chests that are emissions. And you also unlock parts for both ACs and for weapons. So, yeah. And then the other last enemy here, which I'm surprised was actually not the main target. I elected that a little bit.
Right-hand ammunition at 50%.
Is over here on the right side. I believe it is just the MT, but it might also be the Toybox. But yeah, that'll be your last set. I think I might as well mention it on here. You might want to check here as well with Infiltrate above. These are not, again, these are not the actual targets, but you have yet another crate here for the, I believe it's for record set of AC parts.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright, next we
Let's get
have
rolling, Taurus.
this one.
Destroy all the
I will
hacker
say
drones
this
those
now,
Detroit coyotes left here.
but I'll probably
Let's be quick about this.
probably put it as a note ahead of time as well.
Firewall's going down fast. Must be about 5 drones to pull that off.
Come on. No. I tried to hack it. I don't know what it's doing wrong. My brain. Wrong.
4 to go.
Yep, so follow the path that I do as well for this one.
Keep it up,
Oop.
tourist.
Except for, you know, not doing that part. Do the part where you don't screw it up.
Second target destroyed.
I get why they want our tech. I just wish they had a little more flair. If it were me, I'd raid us from orbit and just yank
But,
our service
oh yeah, I was gonna
off the
say it
road.
was, you need to complete the mission to get the 100 progress, to clarify. So, make sure you do actually complete the missions after getting the targets. I'm leaving them obviously because I've done all the missions done already, so it
Guess
doesn't
I better
matter
get to
to
work
me.
on our countermeasures.
Alright, so this is gonna be one target right here. Give you right up here. This is gonna be one of the targets. I believe he is gold. That matters. Yep. Easy. And then you're gonna want to do this one.
Fourth target destroyed.
One left. You'd have to try to mess it up now.
There we go.
All hacking drones destroyed.
And then
Wow.
probably
That was fast.
shocking, not singlest
Sent the
person,
coyotes and their pals a little counter-virus.
but
They serve as our official
Sure.
pride.
it is rude.
Maybe
That's
that'll
rude, at
teach 'em
least.
to behave.
Oh, probably less shocking here
The radar.
is you're gonna
Are there
use
more
the
of them?
exact same one
They're outside. Let's move to
you did
intercept.
before. You're gonna do the little, you know, if you don't have a first join legs, probably a little easier because you have left jump. But fuck you. The same place, different enemy. Suicide bombers, and I believe the two important targets are gonna be the two MPs back here. Ooh. Yeah, they're quite dangerous. And by quite dangerous, I mean if you don't get them. First one got caught by the
Called
explosions.
it back. Shall we
So.
step outside and say hello?
A good time to do that is after you do the hacking already. That way you have time. Because all you're gonna have is Air being like, hey, you know, we should go talk to them. Right there, right there, whatever. Yeah. The first one you should be able to take care of plenty fine without having to do it. Second one, take care of it before you go and deal with Iguaza round 2 or 3 or whatever. And I'll just back the mission out here. But yeah, I believe Iguaza might be a target. I don't remember how many times Iguaza actually has the combat log, so maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He's main target regardless, so you're gonna kill him. Alright.
Here we go, tourist.
I'll put this preface ahead,
I'll lead the way.
and then I'll skip
just
ahead
as
to after
promised.
the elevator ride.
But after this, you owe me one.
But we are going to go up to the top here, And then perfect space, but I would recommend you go underneath the way I go, because it's just going to be easier and it'll be more of a direct path. Don't have to worry about dodging these things. Alright. As said, you go underneath instead of going over top. You see? I am protected.
That must be the PCA security system.
Watch out, these will become suicide drones eventually. You leave them live long enough, they will become suicide drones. So the targets are going to be right here after you leave this tunnel. You have 2 of them here, in the outside. And then there'll be 2 more on the inside here. And if you want, there's also the lower log, which is going to be, yeah. Stacy. Yeah. So after this mission.
Commence mission. Extract the data from the birth survey drones.
Alright.
Get out.
So this one, I'm going to show.
An intruder.
Solo AC. Must be an independent merc.
Taking V.VII's money, no doubt. Intercept!
621. Eliminate obstructions as you see fit, but remember that the data is your priority.
Alright, another.
Commence retrieval
There we go.
621.
Alright.
Remnants of the fire still drift in Rubicon's
So the important one is going to be this Tetrapod. As you're gonna notice a trend. These Tetrapods tend to show up a lot, and they're going to a good time. They're going to be the targets. So if you see a Tetrapod with some blue eyes, there's a really good chance it's one of the ones. Which again, you'll see the little card over its left side of its tag. So you'll know. Anyways, yeah. That should be the only one you have to deal with, but it may also be the other, the one that's later on in the mission. But that one is required for you to kill, so you'll have regardless.
Commence mission. Take out the PCA forces and head for the energy refinery plant.
I missed. Wow. Okay.
Code 1-5. Contact Stacy of unknown affiliation. Suspect
Kinda
corporate
shit.
hire. Single AC. Terminate immediately.
Oh, is that a range? I thought it was a little more range than that. I don't know. No biggie. Okay. Ooh, I can hit that one. Nice.
There'll be
Alright.
bonuses for destroying the fuel storage tanks along the way.
I will cover the fuel tanks here, because there's a couple of decently hidden ones. You might not have seen the first time you went through this mission. So I'll give you the pointers here, because you get it's going to be easier for you to get an S rank if you want to do that, because obviously it's a little bit based on money game, so you want to see if you can make as much money as possible, obviously. Also, you want to buy components, so obviously making money early on is nice as well.
Let's earn some extra credits while
So there's your first 4. Good angle on him. This one's gonna be fun.
Code 5. Unaffiliated AC.
Oh, that's bad.
Moving to terminate.
Not terrible. Oop, that is though.
teased to shame.
Ugh. It's bad. This is not though. Then trade close with him. And then, yeah. Oop. Alright.
You see that 621? That domes your refinery plant.
So your 2 targets are going to be here.
Head for the target.
Code 5. Unknown AC.
First target is going to be this one sniper right here. Excuse me.
Looks like an independent mercenary successfully.
Should just be one tap. Yep.
Leave the analysis to the system. Intercept.
AP at 50%.
The other one will be
Code 1-5.
less rude than these boys, I will assure you
The
that.
Vanguard, handle it.
They're gonna be a lot less rude than you, and you, my good sir. Anyways, speaking of rude. Alright. Is going to be the sniper also on that fog platform there. You could not, it'd be nice, my brother. I feel like you're going to not to take that device to heart. That's what it is. There you go. There is your 2 for this mission. That should be it. And I will also still show off those other 4 as I stick to go over there. Oh, nice. Yep, yeah. I was concerned that doesn't miss.
At 30%.
So the ones you're probably going to miss, I'm not going to these two, obviously. This is a pretty on path. Ones you're probably going to miss are going to be those 6 and these 2. Ooh, I rolled a little bit. Yeah. Secret is getting down a layer. It sounds kind of silly here. You'll see. Don't know why. It's literally just on the edge of the range here. And then if you want to, you can just eliminate all these enemies.
Code 5.
If you're into that. ICBA. Some,
Evasive action
just not enough money. Or, I got what to do, you know. CBA. Yeah.
fuel storage tanks destroyed.
Just dodge all the 70 snipers taking shots at you. It's not good.
Let's deal with the plant.
Yeah, it's not good. And yeah, well, that's sniper. That's it. Yeah.
Commence mission. I've estimated the target's position based on the data we received. Sending results now. Watch out for the surveillance.
So you're going to want to jump over
If they get a
here,
read on you,
and
this operation is
then
over. If you pick up a capture camera tracking
you need
take
to
cover,
try to
avoid
dodge
the
all
storm.
these. Up to you. I just take this path to the left side. I happen to have a very high capacity generator. Do that. This one you don't need a kill. I always just do this to be safe because it's too close for my liking.
Raven, surveillance NT.
Yeah, those 2. These gonna be one right here. Not that one. That's the target. That's our target.
This way.
I need to kill that back one. There's also gonna be an additional one. Oh. Oop. Yeah, there should be another one that's probably coming over here. Ah, there it is. Once you take care of those 3, you should be good to take care of this guy without having to be interrupted by our very weak points. We want to tell you that close one during that you're, you know, gonna be fucking in the ass. So. There we go. And I said the other 2 are going to be Swinburne and the alt enemy on giving him up. So I will
No sign of the target.
not show those 2 because those ones are pretty obvious, and again, you can't complete either mission version without it. But he's gonna be at the wall. Alright. This one is going to just be a singular target on this one.
This may be
Maybe off this
derelict,
side.
but it won't be left undefended. Keep your guard up, 621.
Code 1-5. Unaffiliated AC. Attack twice.
Watch your step. There's a faint coral response coming from the bottom. It must be linked to the underground vein.
Huh, well, I guess they both.
Gun 13, come in, Raven. ECA ground forces are headed your way earlier than
So,
planned.
when it says that, you have to make sure
You know what to do.
you come to the left here, and you have to go above on the pipe here.
621.
It's gonna be this
Destroy the target.
sniper
Get out
you
of
can see
there.
up there. Blue eye. Excuse me. And just give this guy a little bit of a pop, and he's dead. That's it. And that should be the only target there. You will, however, have a this version of the mission? I think it's the I'm not sure later. But you'll have a yeah, it'll be the version of the mission. But it'll be the same area, different version of the mission. There's gonna be a lower log up here and then also a weapon unlocked here. Alright, so for this one, you're going to follow your just general path. You're going to see the red little dots here. That I've also kind of gotten used to how this one goes. You can kind of ignore those suicide bombers, mostly. Just, you know, obviously. None of them are targets anyways, but it doesn't matter. So after this one, you're just gonna go ahead. And by the second one, one of these turrets here that's gonna be flying at you, not the suicide ones. It's one of these. Will be. I don't remember exactly which one it is. Ooh, that's creepy. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Yeah, one of them is going to have a mark for you. He's in the vicinity. You'll probably end up running into him on accident, like I did. Kill it? Oh, I did next. Cool. Yeah, so it'll be by the second objective. One thing I should mention here, since I'm already here, you'll see the chest that is right here. Also, I should clarify that I'm doing this in the ALLMIND version of this mission, not the standard one you get by default. So you'll get this, the turret. This one, the one I showed. Yeah. That one will be on this playthrough, on first playthrough. On this playthrough, you're going to have to also kill the final enemy, which again is going to be a main target, but I will throw it off because I'm sure, you know, if you haven't done this playthrough, you won't know. Ooh, nice. Is that it? Oh, we do have one more still. One more. No, not at all. Think I can hear them? Ooh, nice. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm playing with this instead of my the double strike pulse blade, it's because I am quite used to it and I'm having a little fun with it. Obviously, it's quite a bit of fun. But yeah. These guys. What should we do with them? Oh, there you go. You're pretty good at the blade. You can really set up some nasty stuff. This, oh, question, sorry. This is your target. My apologies. This is the target off the side here. That's where he's at. I forgot. Sorry. So yeah, he's off to the right side as you leave the drone. I'll clarify that because I made a mistake. I forgot he's a little bit past here, not actually directly on here. So you can see the markers from the drone. And the drone is up here. You're just gonna have to go to the left of the drone here and it should be on top of here. Cool. Alright. Final target is going to be... Oh, did I not have another one somewhere? Right side somewhere? Hey. Weirdo. Come here. Hello. Hello? 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 Are you here? You're blocking my progress. Can you please come out and fight me? My good sir, can you try to murder me? I would prefer that. That would be the favorable outcome here. He's not really biting. My apologies, I guess. I'm not tasty enough to bait. Bad. He doesn't want to murder me. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up, brother? Ah, yes. How'd I miss? That's unfortunate. Oh. Alright.
Fortunately, the data we found helped to identify where the last ECM device is.
This way?
I've set a map for it. Let's check it out.
Intel, I already know where the
Raven, that's the last of the control devices.
Alright.
We'll have Walter back after this.
No, we won't. Not in this version.
ECM subsystems offline. Switching to encrypted circuit.
So you're going to have
Registration number RB23. Call sign
Father
Raven.
Dolman
Apologies
will
for
be
the
your
intrusion.
alternate
You have been followed. Contact us at
version.
AC.
There you go, Father Dolman.
Forged in ash, we stand as one. This place
He's going to be a bit on the rough side, I will let you know.
Call sign Raven. Augmented human C4621. Please destroy the hostile AC.
Here's the data on the AC. Arena rank A. As monster. Highlighted line. Leader of the Rubicon Liberation Front. Father Don Domani.
Ooh, rude.
I know you menace. You can see them too. The voices. Just as I once did.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a rough one. This is not good from the fact that I'm a little bit rough one regardless. I think this is a little bit easier with the dual blade build instead of the full blade, but it's up to you. Obviously, you're not gonna have the choice. You probably have to. No skip, my brother. Yeah, definitely a little on the other side of the fights, but yeah.
Target destroyed. Good.
There you go. Alright. So we start.
Mission. Eliminate all PCA forces occupying the wall.
We set this guy on here.
Code 1-5. Solo AC. An independent merge. To terminate.
SG, and are heavily armed. Be careful.
They've got the numbers 621. It'd be reckless to rush in.
Code 31A. Sustaining damage.
Ooh.
Requesting backup. Code 7-8.
They're piggybacking on SG's pelliest link.
Alright.
The most
So
secure.
clear those guys out so that way you don't have to worry about them.
We've made sure they can't call home for help. The rest is up to you.
Alright. So, if this is backwards from spawn. So you spawn up here. The enemy's up here. You want to do like a 120-degree turn. Go backwards here. And the enemy is over here. Right over the wall. Yes, that's nice, brother. Very rude. Yep, so that should be your own target. I will, however, go off the
Looks like you dealt with it. Back to work.
the two comms logs here. Normally, you're probably gonna end up finding the comms log here first, which will trigger him to action. Normally, instead of just going over that hill and immediately reading him. Up to your preference, whether you want to do which one or the other. I don't really know if one's better necessarily. Depends on what your build's better for range-wise. But for melee, or melee shotgun, you kind of be pretty close, so I'd rather engage him directly instead of fighting him at a distance. Alright, and so instead of going towards the thing over here, you take a left, and here's the other log here. And yeah, that's the end of the mission. Alrighty.
Commence mission. Destroy all the Birth's warships.
Code 1-5. Intruder detected.
It's up to you on how you want to do this.
Sharing all base
You
personnel.
can do this in whichever
Commencing
order you
threat
prefer.
evaluation.
I'm gonna do left, then right.
I'm on
That is
standby
not
in your
helpful.
Harlow, buddy.
Ooh, no.
Patch me in. I'll
Close
gauge the
it.
situation on your
I wanted
end
to,
before I
I
jump
wanted
in.
to full him.
Code
Oh
5.
well.
Target for termination confirmed.
Your first target is going to be this guy here.
Closure
He's
administration.
going to be a shield type. There you go.
Target for termination approaching warship.
There
Estimated
is
threat range
one
3 to 4.
cleared.
Contain the target.
Code 5.
I'm gonna just
Target
obviously
confirmed.
skip the targets. We can do
Moving to
the main
intercept.
targets. And then these guys are not relevant to our mission here. You very good, my good sir. Let's go. Alright, next two are gonna be these two. You can get a good chunk on this boy, as you can see. Unless you know, place the melee like that, you know, it'll be pretty easy. That's one, and then here's a two. Yeah, I did nice. Oh, didn't have to hit a second. Oh, there you go.
2 repair kits remaining.
Then that'll be it. And from here you can just drop down and do the gunship, or if you want to do the ship first, go left and then come right and then take care of this. You. But, yep, that's your two enemies. One on the left cliff over there, and then these two. Alright.
In combat mode.
The next one is going to be honest.
All right, tourist. I'll tell you
You're
where
gonna
to go.
have
Welcome, tourist.
3 targets, one of which is a potentially
Here to take back what you stole from us.
there's a bunch of these suicide bombers in this area, so just attempt to do your best to dodge them.
Any friend of Carlos?
Alright,
Make sure you keep clear for laser sensors.
so the first two,
They're set to activate the enemy machines.
the ones you may or may not run across, are going to be these Toyboxes.
What joy. Things fill my beating heart.
I believe one of these has 2, one of these has 1. This is the one with 1.
Using my toys like
So the
they
right side
were his.
one's gonna have 1. The left side one's going to have 2. I don't remember which ones, because it's one from each one. I don't remember which one it is on this one, but just kill them both. Problem solved. They're both dead, then you for sure got them. Okay, I'll fix the other one. I don't have blue eyes. So it'll be the right side version of this one, and then the only one on the platform. And just to be safe, I'm going to you can come down to this 3rd platform and kill it in the other right box. I think it might be 2. Nope, just 1. I'm silly. And then so that's gonna be your first 2. And then this, remember what I said with the Tetrapods? No. So this Tetrapod here is maybe not so shockingly your next target. This one you may or may not kill. It is kind of obvious. You probably could ignore him if you were trying not to. Or it didn't do enough to bother with him. Oh, I didn't skip far enough. Not bad. There we go. So that's your 3 non-mandatory kills. The other 2 are going to be the Toybox that's going to put up the shield over there. And the last one is going to be Honest Brute. I will show the Toybox, but you probably have already killed him. Brute, I will not waste my time with. Because obviously, you can see him already, the blue-eyed Toybox right there. That is going to be our mandatory target. He's also going to put up the shield, so again, you'll probably end up killing him anyways. Because he's practically mandatory for you to beat this mission.
Well, don't be shy. Smash him up. It'll help you fire.
And there you go. And there you go. Last one's gonna be Honest Brute to be on there. Oh, I will show
Here's your way in.
this quick.
Brute can't be far.
We should keep an eye out for traps. They'll be much more dangerous in tight
You
corners.
have the chest here, which could you be a little less rude? Oh, this is fun. Speak of the devil, you're probably going to need to blow the lasers on this one and have this one covered and try to murder you. You know, usual shit.
I've done my best to welcome you. I do hope you'll enjoy your stay, Ren.
I don't think he died, did he? Oh, no, he did. Okay. Yep, there is your chest for your. I believe it's a part. I think it's his flamethrower if I remember properly, but I'm not certain. So, yep. And then that'd be it for this mission. Main
System activating combat mode.
I did say I promised I would show the Gill's location here as well, because it will be hopefully along the lines here. Also, as I said earlier, you will probably need to do both versions of this. So I believe both Cold Call and a Gawasa give you yet another combat log for Gawasa. But yeah. So yeah, for the reason All Might has a hard on for Gawasa and wants to be like 7 different ones for him. I don't know. Nope, in that video. There he is.
Been waiting for you, Raven. You're gonna stop.
That's all.
Control panel identified. This should get the power back online.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Alright.
The elevator's back online too. Let's take it back up to the upper level. The partition should open now. See if you can get access. The heat exchanger section's up ahead.
This will be where you fight either a
This is where
Gawasa
the comms log
or
for the
Cold
Advanced
Call.
Squad cuts off.
Same thing.
Been
You,
waiting for you, freelancer.
I believe, again, you do get credit for both of the many possible enemies here. Both Cold Call and the Gawasa.
I'm sick and tired of this pit. It'll all be over once your sorry ass is dead. My ears. Not now. That quack messed me up.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Learn some new tricks, huh? I know you're laughing at me. What makes you so special, freelancer?
This guy's got some security issues, if I'm honest with you. Oh, damn.
This isn't.
I thought it would be. That would just kind of promote his name.
I swear
Yep.
Confirmed.
Him and Cold
Then
Call.
fight the Guasu down.
Again, I believe both of them will give you,
It's dangerous.
but they are both main targets regardless, so you will probably end up getting them. Yeah. Alright.
What was that?
What was that?
Raven, watch out. That weapon must be guarding the steps. I'll see what data I can find.
Defense program phase 2.5. Intruder
Okay, so you can do this, either you can do it right now. This is gonna be your enemies right there. So you can either do it right off the bridge, just follow the weapon down here. And then those are gonna be 2 enemies, and then this box is going to be for your Gill's boosters. Or I'll show you the other way if you come across it. This is going to be through their standard method.
Ventilation duct identified. Looks like it's connected to the control room.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
John, hey, there's a test here. Grab it. That is it.
We're in the control
You'll
room.
come out here.
Now let's find an access point.
You go ahead. Get your access point.
There. That's the control panel. I forced the partitions and the elevators back online. The defense
There's a couple of things we can do. Just pretty standard. And being weirdly talked to.
Seems like smooth sailing, 621.
Yep.
As if you hardly need help from me, but you get so good at exploring.
Oh, I'm done. Do it multiple times. So yeah, you go in the elevator, go out the elevator, and then they'll be backwards instead. Because there's your right, and then if you didn't go through here, the enemy's gonna be there. And then that's it. That'd be all you need to do for the mission, and then this is just gonna be the supply, and then you kill the boss. I know I did skip this one. I did forget to mention 2 things. So the last one.
Disable the laser barrier.
You're going to have the main boss, I believe, is going to be a target again, main target. So you're gonna kill him regardless.
You don't want to fall into
And then the
these
second
lasers.
thing I wanted to mention for
High level threat detected. Threat level 8. Defense phase 4.0. Terminating target.
yeah, so the main boss
This area is
was the
defended by
target, and
snipers.
then as I mentioned, Cold Call is a different
It's a step up from intruder.
the Cold Call is gonna also be a separate what do I call it?
No
Separate
sign of
hunter.
operations. Looks like we're the first ones here.
This is really fun and annoying. Once you get up here, it shouldn't be too bad. You can just kind of dodge most shots and then hit them. Okay, so you skip past the first branch here. First branch isn't, nothing on the first branch. This branch, you'll have your first set. I guess it says by the wrong order. It says in the one. And stop. And here's your second one. Complete your set, and then he should be dead. Alright.
2 repair kits remaining.
And then, as I mentioned here, on your... So you'd be a little leftward. That'd be appreciated if you're a little leftward. Thank you. Is your crate. For your... I'm gonna put down here. Yeah.
Trace around the outside, 621. There must be a way.
Which is the way you can skip a lot of the... You can skip a lot of this in between BS. You can just go straight to the exit or entrance here. And then your, I believe it's the exit target. The main exit target will be the main target, which will be your last one.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright. So we have the two main targets here, which you'll have to kill. The mission.
V2 Snail, come in. Requesting backup.
Both of
We
these
have
will
insufficient
be,
force to ensure success.
these will both be targets for your upper rank.
Decided to ignore Archibald's orders, did you?
V2 Snail, come in. Raven has landed.
Rude.
Requesting backup.
2 repair kits
Very
remaining.
rude. Ooh, damn.
This is too risky. Commander, V2 Snail. Please, come in. This is Vaderlink. Requesting backup. Please,
Ooh,
Snail.
should be fine.
Come in.
Yep. No big deal.
Left for dead. Wasn't for me.
Credit shall be all mine. Fabulous opportunity.
I'm gonna get one foot, then fucking swerve to my brother.
Archibald's stars on the rise. And me.
I'm kind of griefing this, to be fair. This should be really easy. It normally shouldn't take too much damage to these two. I don't know why I wasted too much health with these two. It's going to make the ending part of this a little bit rough, but no big dish. Oh, this is gonna make it real fun. This will be spicy, alright. Oh, this will be real spicy.
No repair
Especially if I,
remaining.
okay, good. Wait, he lived? Ah, hell no, that's the issue. Oops. Well, this would be real tight.
Switching to
Oh, I
another
didn't realize I
chance.
did the alt version. Whoops.
Augmented human C4621, Raven.
Well, this is the all-mine version.
V2 Snail intends to dispose of you once your utility is spent.
I know.
Proceed blindly, and you will find yourself a prisoner of the corporations.
I'm well aware.
We will transmit his coordinates.
Eliminate
Eliminate
him.
him.
Will do.
All Mind will handle the rest.
Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Ah,
6-2. Do you read me?
okay. So it doesn't matter. Oh,
Handler Walter,
it does matter, actually.
another hindrance to the project. Leave him to us.
There you go. So, if you don't accidentally give the wrong version of the mission, you'll be able to go over here. I'll show it, but yeah, you have those, and you have the two ACs for the ace for this version. Should be your main targets. But not should be. They will be your main targets, but they should be both ranked
That's the independent mercenary. Wait, something's up.
400
Jammed?
combat logs. So. I will not be able to kill them on this.
Both ACs were
I'll leave this in just because I like to, you know, show that I fuck up.
That's what the independent mercenary is for.
Confirmed.
Who goes there?
We've spotted.
Oh, and it's gonna be a little fucking fight real quick, by the way. Especially since I'm gonna get one tapping practical because it's snail. And also, you should not do this. Yeah. I was in it, yeah. Do not do the charge attack if you have 2000 HP. As I said, I'm gonna leave that the first misstep in, just because it's funny. You get to see a little bit of oopsie.
V2 Snail, come in.
Dipping them.
Requesting backup.
You kill these two
We have
spots and
insufficient
then
force to ensure success.
Decided to ignore Archibald's orders, did you?
V2 Snail, come in. Raven has landed.
Oh.
Requesting
How
backup.
rude of you, my good sir. Would you like to consider not being alive anymore? Oh, I see it's a yes. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
He was right to bet against me. His luck had run out already.
V2 Snail, come in. Friendly AC down. Requesting backup. Please, Snail.
There you go.
Come in.
That's what it should look like. That should be a little more reasonable. should be it.
That should buy us more time. Move out.
Cool. So it looks like we don't survive with like 3000 HP and no repairs. I don't remember if the one on the oh, I agree. I may have
Gigantic structure in the distance.
I think the first one you catch, yeah, what you catch on the bridge should be a target. I don't remember because I did it on accident, more or less, when I first killed him. Oh, this video always goes to the side. I forgot. There you go.
Stable energy for half a century. Perhaps it should be no surprise that humanity so desires coral.
Yeah. So. I'm going to be the unalive here in a second. Ooh, spicy. Before.
Artemis must be tracking us by now. Already 61. AP at 50%.
That's what happens when you use a melee wrong and you look like a dumbass. Ooh, I just mentioned it. Oh, this is fun and interactive. That's what it is. Oh, I missed. Ah, damn. Oh, these are always a hell to deal with. Just because they move so fast and you really can't deal with them too well. Here's going to be your chest. Right off the edge of the bridge here. To the left. And then you'll have 2 more enemies to deal with right here. All those wheels, by the way, are required. As well as these to be doing this. Actually, won't spawn until you do this. And then these are once you get to this point, it's gonna be super nice to hit this guy. Lucky like me, and he will be a day one. And there you go. That's it. That'll be the end of this.
Alright, let's roll. We've still got time until V.VII deploys. Deal with the corpse heavy hitters first. We need you to have a chance at winning this. No pressure, tourist.
Alright. So all you have to do is go on top of here, and you should catch out the one like jet AC kind of style. Yeah. Dodge.
At 30%.
There you go. The rest is going to be your basic targets for the mission, which I believe this one is going to be. Is it just? This is just going to be. Oh shit, my brain's lagging. Ford. V.VII Ford. So, yeah. Okay, so, last one. This is gonna be Mia. This is gonna be your third to final mission for, missing in action. Or, missing, all mine, sorry.
Corporate stragglers still remain within the watch point. We have made some adjustments to ensure that they will not be a threat.
Watch out. Sniper LCs.
Fire! If they're not with us, they're against us!
We need to get out of here.
So,
Open the partition!
that's,
of human links is easily broken.
AC, ID unknown.
And then again, none of these are specifically.
We're in hell.
None of these are specifically important. Targets.
I'm picking up enemies behind you.
It's all going wrong. And that AC's to blame.
Oh.
I'm not gonna die like this.
Oh, brother, you are extremely rude. Did you just choose to not be allowed anymore? Is that a nice option? You know that I got that. That's like you know you just.
Should have come here.
Alright.
Enemy signal silent. Let's keep moving.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Moving.
They're just drones. Swat them down.
Moving.
Wait, there's something else.
Boys. Flipper. Hell no. Oh. I'm gonna go
We found a
through
bailiff
here.
traveler. Damn.
Drop down here.
Is that Gun 13? Gun 13 Raven. Good timing. Help me. Good work, Gun 13. Always did work hard for me.
But this is going to be your last
My
target.
requests. And yet,
Watch out.
Gun 13 Raven. I can't trust you.
That's fine. I expect you to.
13.
And then that's it.
Oh, the red gun.
That should be your level 15 hunter with your nice cool pearl blade now. As well as all your
Let's
AC
get back
unlocks.
to our mission, Raven.
Yeah. That's it. Any questions? Feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will try to answer anything you can, and if anyone has any questions or notices I missed any of them, let me know. I just did it based off of my own experience. There's a good chance I probably killed one or two that I didn't notice, and it just happened to get done on accident. So those were all the ones I noticed, and a lot of the pages I found did not have sources for them. So I decided to go ahead and make my own video kind of showing it off, since apparently no one's really made it this far yet. Well, to be fair, seeing as only 0.8% of players, at least via Steam, only 0.8% of players have even gotten all of the combat logs, so I'm gonna guess there's a good chance not many people know right now. So I'll put the video out, that way you can go ahead and take care of that. Get your coral blade, and yeah. I am not really going to go over how to get your alternate endings, and I don't know why me being tabbed out made my CPU usage higher. So we'll get back to here. Weird. Anyways, I ain't asking questions. But yeah, seemingly only 0.18% people have this achievement, so I am putting this out so that the other 99.2 math can find out how to get their core blade unlocked and whatnot. So yeah. That's all I have to say. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna put a guide out for how to get all 3 story unlocks. But if you're here, hey. You can just what you'll do for the ALLMIND story is you'll do the first 2 playthroughs, not get any new missions you unlock. Try to get the new missions because you're gonna get the oops. You'll get the I'm in the wrong thing, being sorty. I bet. Like you'll get the escort the weapon ship on the next time around instead of destroying it. Make sure you grab both of those, and then you're gonna have to make sure you I think the hacking, the data breach is also forced. But that one's where you're gonna get some more information on ALLMIND, what's going on. And also, I will say, make sure you do your arena matches, to do all your arena matches on round 1. Do all of these on playthrough 2, and then the 3 you're gonna get through the ALLMIND playthrough that are apparently temporary. You'll get these 3 that'll come back for these or for the all my playthroughs, the air Mox view. But yeah, so I think that's all I have to tell you for the All Mine story. Let's just do that. Kind of go through anything that is going to show you that way. Yeah. So there's a couple of them that are, you'll know that you're on the right path. It's going to be scrolling down here a little bit. It's going to be the opposite side of the. Here it is. Sorry, the obstruct the mandatory inspection. That's when you'll know you're on the right path. You have the obstruct mandatory inspection, and then you're gonna go down here. And I don't remember if there's any other mandatory ones before you have the coral export denial. And that's going to be your lock-in mission here, I believe. It is the coral export denial. And I cannot speak. Once you do that, you should be lined up to take V3 and then take the ultimate version of Coral Convergence into Mia and to Coral Release. So yeah. Good luck, have fun, and hope you enjoy the game as much as I enjoyed it.